Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Lush Gardener. So today we will be talking about this beautiful specimen of Senecio. I'll put up the name on the screen. It is also called as the silver coral. I think because of the shape of the leaves, probably that's why it's called as silver coral. It kind of gives that coral vibes. But more than that, I feel it kind of resembles a lot like Medusa's hair. I think if you have a Medusa pot, you can definitely add this in that pot and give it like the Medusa hair effect. It's going to look absolutely beautiful. It looks very similar to our Senecio, the cocoon plant, but the leaves are very different. The cocoon plant has more pointed leaves, whereas these have more flat leaves. But what I noticed is while I was moving this plant, I happened to kind of damage it a little bit, and this is where you can see. So basically this leaf is kind of covered, or I would say it's basically wrapped, because initially the silver thing on this plant I thought probably it is farina, but if I'm going to show you closer over here, it looks like the plant is wrapped with this kind of a coating. It's not farina, but here it had a little bit of tear, so you can see inside the leaf is completely green, but outside it has this I don't know what you can call this. It kind of reminds me like something like a butter paper. It's similar to that, so it had a tear over here, but overall it's an absolutely beautiful plant. Now the care tips, I have given the same kind of soil mix, which is loose, porous, well draining, 80% of aquarium sand and 20% of filtered garden soil. I haven't added any fertilizers in it. It gets a good amount of morning direct sunlight for around 5 hours, let's say around 11 a.m, and after that it gets a good amount of indirect bright light. I think maybe it can handle a little bit more light or direct sun because it has this kind of a protective layer over it. Be very careful not to rub off this plant, because I think this covering can easily come off, so you have to be extremely careful. Watering, whenever the soil is completely bone dry, or just like any other Senecio, you'll tend to see that it will show up wrinkles on the plant. So ensure that you water when you start noticing the wrinkles, if you're confused about watering, or else let the soil dry completely and then you can go ahead and water it. I'm extremely sorry guys, it has been very windy today, all afternoon, even right now, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot of disturbance. I'm really sorry for that. Talking about propagation, it is the same type of propagation like how we tend to do it for blue chalk sticks. You have to ensure that you take the leaf very carefully. The leaf is going to be attached to the main stem, so you have to be a little bit careful. I'm not very sure if the leaf is broken into half. If it will, probably there is a very small chance, but ensure that you're taking a clean cut from the whole leaf from the stem in order to propagate it. Definitely the propagation is going to be very slow. It will also tend to multiply by putting offsets from the sides. You can even divide them and put them in different pots, or you can do cuttings as well. Let's say if it starts to grow, you can cut it. It tends to grow more vertically. It tends to grow like a bunch. Even if you want to do a stem cutting, you can do it, provided you find the stem, offer a good amount of light. Otherwise it will start to stretch, and it might happen to turn a little bit more green in color, so ensure you're giving it a good amount of light in order for it to stay this silver color. Overall, if I'm going to compare this plant with the Senecio woolly, the Senecio woolly is a very delicate plant. This one is still okay, but that one is very delicate. So if you're planning to purchase either one of them, I would say go for this Senecio first, and probably later on you can buy the woolly. So this one is very easy as compared to the other one. So if you want to add this in your collection, you can definitely add it to your collection. As I said, it will work out really well in an arrangement. So if you're looking out for a thriller in your arrangement, this is definitely going to work out really well. You can even put them in between the rocks and it's going to look fantastic. So guys, that's all about it. I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep propagating.